Two super common Italian verbs indicating movement from and towards places are andare and venire. Now, even though their meaning seems pretty straightforward and obvious on a theoretical level, many students of Italian have difficulties in using them. But don't worry, if you've also found yourself struggling to choose the right verb when speaking Italian, you've come to the right place. We'll take a look at how they're conjugated in the present tense, both of which are irregular, their meaning, and a few typical idiomatic expressions that Italians use in everyday conversation. So let's try and provide some clarity, shall we? Iniziamo. Let's get started. Ciao, my name is Michelle, my dad is Italian, and I'm named after my nonno, and I learned Italian as an adult, just like you. My passion and goal is to help others like you to learn Italian as well, through the power of my unique 80-20 method and online self-paced language courses. Let's take a look at these verbs, shall we? The short answer, andare means to go, venire means to come, but there are a few more nuances you need to know about, so let's jump right in. Let's start with andare. Now this verb indicates a movement towards a place, which is far from the people who you are talking to. So imagine a friend says to you,
Domani vado in montagna con la mia famiglia.
Tomorrow I'm going to the mountains with my family. First, we need to understand one key thing, where our friend is and where we are. Maybe we are sitting together in a cafe, or maybe we are talking on the phone, or they are in Rome while I'm in London. Both of us are far from the place that our friend is talking about, la montagna, the mountains. So we use andare when the movement is towards a place which is both far from me and the other person who is talking. Here is the conjugation of andare in the present tense.
Vado, vai, va, andiamo, andate, vanno.
To form the past tense or the passato prossimo of andare, we need the past participle,
Andato.
Let's take a look at prepositions that go with andare and some example sentences. Now, the verb andare can be used with different prepositions. Unfortunately, in Italian, there is no hard and fast rule about which preposition follows the verb andare. The preposition used depends on the noun. For instance, if andare is followed by a country or street address, the preposition in has to be used. For example,
Vado in Canada il mese prossimo.
I'm going to Canada next month.
Questa sera andiamo in Via Verdi.
Tonight we're going to Verdi Street. On the other hand, with cities and towns, we use the preposition a. For example,
Quando vai a Parigi?
when are you going to Paris? Here are some of the most common phrases formed by andare plus a preposition plus a noun.
Andare al mare.
Going to the sea or beach.
Andare in vacanza.
Going on vacation or holiday.
Andare a scuola.
Going to school.
Andare al bar.
Going to a cafe.
Andare al cinema.
Going to the cinema.
Andare a teatro.
Going to the theatre.
Andare in biblioteca.
Going to the library.
Andare dal dottore.
Going to the doctor.
Da più persona.
Or to someone's house.
Andare in farmacia.
Going to the pharmacy. Another very common structure is andare followed by the preposition plus a verb in the infinitive form. For example,
Vado a fare una passeggiata.
I'm going to take a walk. Other example sentences with andare include
Mi piacerebbe andare in Australia.
I would like to go to Australia.
Dove andate in vacanza quest'estate?
Where are you guys going on vacation or holiday this summer?
Andiamo a mangiare una pizza?
Shall we go eat a pizza? Notice how in all these cases, the place we are going to is far from the speaker and listener. Let's take a look at some idiomatic expressions. Now here are some typical phrases with andare.
Andare sul sicuro.
This means to play it safe, to make a simple choice that is risk-free to avoid unforeseen consequences. For example,
Per il compleanno di Sara, se vuoi andare sul sicuro, regalale un profumo.
for Sarah's birthday, if you want to play it safe, give her perfume.
Non mi va di.
Means, I don't feel like doing something. It combines the indirect pronoun, the verb andare in the third person singular, di plus the infinitive form of the verb. For example,
Oggi non mi va di uscire.
I don't feel like going out. It is also very common in the form of a question to suggest doing something or ask someone if they're up or down for something. For example,
Ti va di andare al cinema?
would you like to go to the cinema?
Andare matto, matta, per.
This means to love something, to be crazy about something, like a food, an activity, or an interest. For example,
Vado matta per la pasta alla carbonara.
I go crazy for pasta alla carbonara. Okay, let's take a look at the verb venire. Now, generally speaking, the verb venire indicates the origin of something or someone. In this case, it is usually used with the preposition da. You might be familiar with the popular question beginners learn, which is,
Da dove vieni? Vengo da Londra.
where are you from? And a typical response, I'm from London. The phrase venire da indicates any movement from a place, but not necessarily a geographic origin. For instance,
Vengo dalla palestra. Per questo indosso ancora la tuta.
I'm coming from the gym. That's why I'm still wearing a tracksuit. In addition to this meaning, venire, just like andare, indicates a movement towards a place. The difference, however, is that in this place, there is now, or there soon will be, at least one of the people involved in the conversation, and we use venire to indicate movement towards the person who is or will be there. So if a friend asks us,
Vieni anche tu in montagna?
are you also coming to the mountains? He or she is asking us if we are going to the mountains, and we know for sure that he or she will be there too. Venire is often used with the expressions
Con me, te, noi,
with me, with you, or with us, or
anche tu, io.
you also or you too, thus indicating one person joining other people in a place. Here is the conjugation of venire in the present tense.
Vengo, vieni, viene, veniamo, venite, vengono.
The past participle of venire, which we need to form the past tense, the passato prossimo, is
Venuto.
Here are some prepositions that go with venire and some example sentences. Now we can easily replace andare with venire in all of the examples that we saw earlier, and even use the same prepositions. The difference is that when using venire, we're implying that the person or persons we're talking to is or are or will be there. Now let's look at the following examples.
Ho avuto un imprevisto. Non vengo con voi a teatro. Mi dispiace.
Something came up. I won't be coming to the theatre with you all. I'm sorry.
Ragazzi, venite al bar. Siamo tutti là.
Guys, are you coming to the bar? We're all going to be there.
Quando vieni in Italia?
When are you coming to Italy? Now this implies that I'm already in Italy. Notice how in all these examples, venire is used with the meaning of joining someone in a place. We can also replace andare with venire in the structure with the preposition a plus the infinitive. For instance,
Non vengo a mangiare la pizza stasera.
meaning that our friend is going to eat pizza tonight, but you're not going with him or her. Let's take a look at some typical idiomatic expressions with venire.
Venire al mondo.
This means nascere, to be born, to come into the world. For example,
Il piccolo Leonardo è venuto al mondo la scorsa notte.
little Leonardo came into the world last night.
Venire al dunque.
This means to come or get to the point. For example,
Marco, è da mezz'ora che stai parlando. Vieni al dunque.
Marco, you've been talking for half an hour. Get to the point.
Non venire in mente. A qualcuno.
This means not to remember something or not to come to mind. This phrase is formed by an indirect pronoun and the verb venire in the third person singular or plural, according to the noun that it refers to, plus in mente. For example,
Non mi viene in mente il titolo di quella canzone.
I can't remember the title of that song.
Quando vedo Giorgio, mi vengono in mente tutte le nostre avventure insieme.
When I see Giorgio, all our adventures together come to mind. So, to sum up the difference between andare, to go, and venire, to come, is that we use andare when the movement is away from the people we're talking to, and we use venire when the movement is towards the place where one of the people talking is located. Hai capito? Now you can test yourself by taking my free quiz. You'll find the link pinned below this video. Want to learn the most important Italian verbs? Make sure you join my 30-day Intrepid Italian Verbs Challenge. More details below this video. For more Italian lessons, don't miss this video and this video. A presto! Ciao!